Hello and welcome to the Pantscast. I am Pantsless Aaron. Willkommen. Sorry if I just mangled a German word. I just got my grubby little hands, on Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, for the PC. I already owned it for the Xbox, the original Xbox, but just recently this weekend went on sale, so I thought, why not grab it? It's like $3 and some change, and Reddit won't shut up about it, so I'm giving it again another shot. It's like I said, I've played it before on the Xbox. It's been a while, but I'm getting into it, and for the first time in forever, I'm actually playing online multiplayer. How about that, huh? Well, this is one of those games that supposedly that's where its genius lies. A lot of people seem to love the multiplayer here, so I gotta be on the Rebels. I think that's only fair. I'll just start as your generic. Whoa! Okay. Oh, well, excuse me. So, as... Yikes. Already having connection issues, this is not good. But, anyway. Looks crazy. I'll give him that. So... I got this game, and almost immediately, when the sale went on, there was, is that... is that Han Solo? I couldn't quite tell. Anyway. The sale went on, and almost immediately there was a post, here are the mods to get for this game. Now, the guy had a pretty succinct list of mods that he liked, as well as installation instructions. Unfortunately, they weren't the most clear installation instructions I've ever heard, so if you see something a little messed up, that's probably why. Most of the time, I'm pretty good with mods. I usually don't have a problem. I just follow the instructions as given, but this time I thought they were a little twisted, a little badly worded from place to place, so... But anyway, I'm playing, and everything's going well, I suppose. I don't think, like, official servers are running anymore, but plenty of people have dedicated servers up and running, so... Well, at least there's a... I don't know if Steam maintains it, but I don't know exactly how it works, but it appears to be working, as you can almost kind of see, between characters spinning around violently and disappearing into thin air, or flying away as I shoot them, like just then. Oh, goodness. This is another reason why I'm not a huge fan of online play, because this inevitably seems to happen, and I don't know if it could be just me and where I live, but I thought we had a pretty good, we have cable internet, so, but we have a pretty good connection for most things. My buddy plays Call of Duty, like, pretty much non-stop, or at least he did. That's Stevie, of course, and he doesn't have a ton of problems, but it does occasionally rear its ugly head, the connection lag.
We gained a command post.
Oh, goody.
Reinforcements are declining.
Well, that's fantastic, I think. It's been a while, so... Ah! Where'd you come from? Die, damn you, die! Okay, some people would automatically put me at a disadvantage here, because I am playing with a 360 gamepad instead of a keyboard and mouse configuration, and that's just a personal choice. I've always preferred gamepads over mouse and keyboard for most games. There are some games that a gamepad simply won't work. Although I've gotten them to work for a rather wide variety of games. I was playing the Tex Murphy games with a gamepad at one point, if you can believe that. But it's true. I had everything all hooked up and ready to go, and it was weird, but it worked. But people always tell me, especially with first-person shooters, they're like, "You can't do that. You're gonna get slaughtered." And
We've lost control
Sometimes they're right, but sometimes they're very, very wrong. I have held my own with a gamepad against people using mouse and keyboard, and even beaten them from time to time. But anyway, I just like it better. I don't know what it is about the mouse. It's mostly the mouse. I usually don't have a problem playing if it's just like on the keyboard. Like I played what was it, like emulators early on, like in the 90s. I played emulators solely on the keyboard. Like that's all I played them on. Of course, we didn't have like 360 gamepads back then. And is it clear yet that I don't know what I'm doing? Because it should be clear by now. But oh man, the connection lag is killer. And I'd love to blame it on that, but I'm actually not that great a player. It's been a while. So yeah, I've never had a problem playing on a gamepad, ever. I will rarely, I'll give you this, I will rarely play like a sniper class. In your shooter selections. It usually doesn't happen. But I can and have done so successfully. So I don't see it as like a handicap or you know, something that I should absolutely not be doing, because I enjoy playing them this way, and that's all that matters. You know, if you enjoy playing them with mouse and keyboard, more power to you. You know, I don't have a problem with that. It's when people like will attack you for doing something that they feel is stupid, then that's when I get mad. And occasionally people do get that way when it comes to well, I got killed rather quickly, although I don't know how. So anyway. So, but this isn't too bad. The connection problems are just murder. But otherwise, I'd have to say I'm enjoying myself to some small degree, at least. It's a little insane, but that's not something I have a problem. Ow! And I'm dead again in a pile of dudes. Awesome.
Reinforcements are being depleted.
Oh no, can't have that. So, let's see, what else is there to talk about? Okay, breasts. This seems to be a recurring theme. Well, for this weekend anyway. Long story, which I will not be telling you. But what I will tell you is I heard a great deal about a new game called Dragon's Crown, and there appears to be some kerfuffle about the character design for the sorceress in that game, in that she has large breasts that actually bounce up and down as the character moves around, and does actions and that sort of thing. And there was an issue with this, which I sort of get. I mean, no, I do. I just wonder if it's an excessive reaction to perceived sexism that may or may not exist. Like, because it's hard to say that this is sexist or, you know, using her as an object when I consider the fact that women with large breasts do exist. I mean, they're not completely unreal, and if all the women in the game were like that, then I would definitely cry foul. But they're not. There's at least one other female character who's shown in a more slim manner, should I say, A/B cups, not excessive breasts, not excessively sexualized either. You know, I can't remember off the top of my head if the sorceress is showing a lot of skin in her character design, but it didn't seem to me that it was over the top. She wasn't wearing, like, say, an armor bikini, you know, like they do. But yeah, but it wasn't. It didn't seem to me to be a problem. Like just from what I'd seen, I was like, okay, that's fine, but I don't know. Sometimes I worry, like, myself, like I go overboard with you know, what I perceive to be sexism, and it's really not sometimes. Like I wonder about that, because the lines get more and more gray every day. It's hard to tell what's right, what's wrong half the time. I mean, for example, like, whoa. Okay. Alright. Having some severe connection issues. I don't know. I just don't know. I've always enjoyed, games with characters with large breasts. I'm not ashamed to admit it. One of my favorite games has a character with excruciatingly large, like absurdly large breasts. Fear Effect for the PlayStation. The main character, Hana Suvashal, she has like monster breasts, to where I think the phrase I used was she could carry a dinner plate across the room without using her hands. And oh, man. Oh, this connection problem sucks. I should probably switch servers when this is done. Anyway, yeah, I played games like, you know, like the Dead or Alive series, which was famous for, like, I don't know, boob physics, or what was it, just jiggle physics. I've played my fair share of games that had characters that were over sexualized, and it didn't detract from my enjoyment of the game, but I can't say that it really added to it. I mean, it's not like I, you know, finished the game and then decided to pop off for a quick wank or anything. You know, just a quick masturbation session, nothing like that. So, and it's not like they made these girls, you know, so boob top heavy that they, like, you know, haunted my dreams, or, you know, anything weird like that. Ooh, command post unguarded. This seems a bit unreal. But oh, stop, bugger! You were hiding, sir. That's probably fair. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am an idiot who should not be allowed to speak on a camera, and yet they keep letting me do it, so here I am. I think there has been a much stronger emphasis on realistically defined characters, female characters especially. Oh, rats. Like, you know, the new Lara Croft game, which is, again, supposedly spectacular. Lara's redesign was much more realistic. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Lara's redesign was much more realistic, a lot less top-heavy. She, you know, and she was still plenty attractive. You know, dropping her down from, like, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, a double D to a C. I don't know. I am no expert on bra sizes, clearly. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this game. Forget this server. Holy crap, it's already gone nuts. Yes, please. Okay, so yeah, breasts. Big fan of breasts, like them a lot. But oh, only one. That makes me nervous. Let's try this one. Hero Assault? What is this? I don't know if this is real or if this comes from the mods that I installed. But we'll take a look here. Mos Eisley, awesome. Again, no, it's been so long I can't tell you if this is in the real game or if this came courtesy of the mods. Which
I got
came...
a bad feeling about this.
Oh, really? I can start picking Han Solo? How does... okay, auto-assign. But I can't pick one. Oh, heyo! Let's have a look here. Chewbacca, Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker, Yoda. These are all heroes, so this must be some sort of... I can't be Mace. I can be Ayla. Let's do it. I guess I'll follow this guy around for... a few more seconds here. So where were we? Breasts! Yes, breasts. I love breasts. Oh, what the? Okay. Alright. Don't really know what's going on. This is a Force server. Thank you, admin. That doesn't really tell me a lot. So apparently I'm not here to capture the points. Can I kill this guy? Come on. Yeah, what? I see your dual lightsabers and I raise you mine. Did I win? I think I won. Did I? Yes. Okay, he's gone. That is okay. It's bizarre. So yeah, a lot of female characters have been portrayed, you know, more faithfully, more realistically, than, you know, just nice choice of music. Than just gargantuan boobage and extremely tight or missing clothing. Ah, oh, where'd you come from? Nothing like getting your ass beat to the Ewok singing. Whoa. Whoa, okay. So this is just some kind of all-out Jedi fight fest. Fair enough. So yeah, I will eventually get to another thought, I promise. But yeah, it never seemed to me like it had been excessive lately. As a matter of fact, it's been a while since anyone's had any reason to complain about a strangely or a over-breasted character. That suddenly I can't jump. I jump up and I get forced back down. I do not know what is going on here. Oh, yeah, what the? Okay, all right. Yeah, so this is the first time that anyone's had reason to complain in a while, as far as I'm aware. Granted, I'm still waiting for Call of Duty to have a female protagonist. And again, I am aware that the U.S. Armed Forces don't necessarily put women on the front lines. I don't think they do so at all, actually. But that doesn't mean that women don't get into combat. They do. And they equip themselves well. You know, just as well as men do, so... Anyway. Yeah. I think I just got force choked and I'm dead. So, give this another try, I guess. Oh, yes! Sorry. Well, he can jump, why can't I? So this is the first time people have complained. And again, it seems... It seems because they didn't... Oh, okay. What were the rules of winning? They never said. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I just wasn't really enjoying that all too much. You know what? I'm just gonna stop with the multiplayer because it's not working out too well. But I'm gonna play the single player because I generally prefer playing against bots anyway. So, yeah, let's say we do the campaign or. Nah, let's stick to the campaign. So, oh, forgot about the intro cutscene. Here we go. Yes! Can't live without that theme, boy. So, not gonna pay too much attention to this. This is a story I could probably quote to you by heart. So boobs. I'm gonna actually switch to. That's a horrible horrible segue, but I'm gonna start talking about my friend Il Susan now. Il Susan is one of my very best friends. Who she has her own YouTube channel and she does really well, and I've been meaning to have her on like a podcast or a vidcast for a while now, and I guess she just finally got tired of waiting, because she is starting her own podcast or slash vidcast. I'm not entirely sure what it is, with another YouTuber friend of hers named Pandagism. No, I'm not making that up. And the two of them have decided to form a podcast called the Yum Podcast. You can see where they're going with this. So, you know, I almost don't feel bad about segueing to her via Bewbs. I mean, if she's gonna have, I mean, if you look at the logo for their podcast, it's a little on the adult side, just a little bit. I think Susan has just like a floating sperm with a smiling face.
In the waning months of the Cold War, the first faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine. When we arrived at the bombed-out ruins of Megiddo, our Jedi commander believed we had been sent to take out a droid energy collector. What Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't know, however, was that our unit of the 501st was really after an experimental Megiddan power source that the Chancellor wanted for his super laser. Keeping Mundi in the dark wasn't easy. The Jedi had become increasingly wary of the Chancellor's doings, and were on the lookout for the slightest hint of treachery. Just like the rest of them, though, he never caught whiff of what was really going on until it was far too late. So I'm going to do my best to stay silent during the cutscenes, because I understand that is a thing that people like. They like.
Today's target is an energy collector on the northern section of the platform.
All right.
We can take it down. Production facilities in the area will grind to a halt.
Good.
Let's move them out. The enemy's forward command post is on the other side of this bridge.
Good lord.
To capture it before moving on.
Shut up, dude. Sitting through cutscenes is one thing, but sitting and listening to this guy give me orders, I don't know. I suppose I suppose the reason that people don't like people talking over cutscenes is because they can't understand with so many people talking. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to keep my mouth shut when he gives orders too. So I'll try and stay on top of that, but I promise nothing at this point. So she's starting her own podcast, and I highly recommend that you check it out, because the reason I wanted to have her on the podcast with me in the first place is because she is easily as much fun as she is ludicrously sexy. So as you can imagine, she is an awful amount of fun. She is a ton of fun. And I was really looking forward to having a fun discussion with her about gaming and sexism in it, or what have you. And there's no reason we can't still do that. I'll just have to fight against her increasingly more busy schedule. But yeah, it's called the Yum Podcast. Her name is Il Susan. That's ILSUSAN. And along with her friend Pandagism. That's PANDAJIZM. Please check them out, as they are both awesome YouTubers. And Susan, at least, is a good friend. Don't know Pandagism at all, but with a name like that, I got to assume she's good people. Well, I don't have to, but I'm just being nice. She probably is. If she's Susan's friend, she's a friend of mine. So anyway. Take out the cannon, shall we? Let's go. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Okay, yeah, recent things going on with Pantsless Shorts and the save files and all that good stuff.
One more to go.
There is the interview with Chris Jones went over like gangbusters. I have over 1,000 views, which is awesome.
Listen up.
And more. Ooh,
We can begin our assault on the
I can be a
energy
Jedi.
collector. We have to get past the shield barricade. Get behind the shield and take out the generator.
Yes, sir, asshole. So I get to be the Jedi. Yay! So, let's have a little fun with this. The hell? The hell happened to me? I got my Jedi killed within 2 seconds. That's not fair. See, part of the unpredictable nature of this game. There is so much weird, like, crazy stuff going on. I assume it's the tank that took me out. I didn't really see, but anyway. Have a grenade, you bastard. Have another one. Whoa. Oh, you blackguard. Okay, so yeah, so Il Susan's good people. Definitely check out her stuff. She is a phenomenal YouTuber, gamer, and friend. She is incredible on Call of Duty. I think she is still, as far as I know, she is still working for Machinima, sort of. I'm not sure. I believe so. And she does the Booster Busters series, which involves her taking apart people who cheat. Pretending to help them and then sabotaging their efforts, either on the sly or deliberately, like, upright in their face. And it's quite amusing to see these cheaters get their comeuppance. And she also does the phenomenal OMG It's a Girl series, which is almost entirely devoted to gamers having sexist reactions to her playing with them and being as good as she is, or, you know, just because they recognize that she's a girl. And the funny part is, she's gotten enough attention, enough subscribers and views, to the point where about half the people doing it are now in on the joke. Like, you'll hear someone say, this will be in the next video or something like that after somebody makes a remark. It's very amusing, and it's a lot of fun. And I love that she just, like, completely highlights the way these people play, or talk to people, which is something that needs to be highlighted. I haven't experienced much of it being a guy, but as I understand it, Xbox Live and Call of Duty, this is very much still a sexist sort of place, where people say sexist things just for the purpose of being sexist, which is unfortunate, because there is literally no reason why everyone can't play together and have fun. There is no reason. And it seems that the internet giving people the power of anonymity makes them feel like they can get away with anything. And so they do. I mean, maybe they're taking it out because they have sad home lives and personal lives. Maybe they're doing it because they're cruel, soulless people. Maybe they're doing it because they can't get laid. I don't know. But for whatever reason they're doing it, they shouldn't be doing it. And they should be punished for it. And here's another thing that I quite enjoy. These same people who, if you call them out on it, as I have done in the past and will continue to do, they feel it's a comeback to call you a white knight. Now, this particular phrase is a compliment. I'm like, you know who the White Knight fights against, right? The bad guy. The dragon, the evil thing. So, I'm taking that as a big compliment. It means you're the bastard and I'm the good guy, which is how I want it. I try to be, in my daily life, I try to be a very good person. And I try to do the right thing. And if that makes me a white knight, then all the better. And go for it. I'd love to cosplay as a white knight. and be like, oh no, I just defend women on online. That's what I do. So, anyway. So yeah, things are going well for the save files and Pantsless Shorts. The interview was a huge success. I just put up on Leviathan.com. I put up the Persona Retro Recon, the original Persona for the Sony PlayStation.
Work. Now collect the core samples and return them to the dropship on the other side of the bridge.
Isa. Excuse me. I am belchy today. Who am I kidding? I'm belchy every day.
Crystals back to the dropship.
Persona is one of those series of games along with its master series, because Persona is a sub-series of another series of games called Shin Megami Tensei. And I've always wanted to get into the Shin Megami Tensei games. And I've owned, I think I own pretty much all the Shin Megami Tensei games for a home console. As far as I know, I own.
I can see the dropship.
Oh, good. I see the. I have the PlayStation 1 games, Persona 1 and 2. I have the PlayStation 2 games, all the Shin Megami Tensei games, and Persona 3 and 4. Aside from that, the only others that I know of are on the PS Vita and the PSP, which I have a PSP but not a Vita, which is a shame because Ron tells me that Persona 4 Golden is the definitive version of that game. Oh well, can't win them all. But I did win this one. Victory!
The success of the mission on Megiddo was something of a revelation for the men of the 501st. Suddenly, we realized that the Jedi could be fooled. And if they could be fooled, they could be killed.
So Persona has always held a place on my list of games that I eventually want to get to. So I figured I'd start at the top. I did play Persona 2 for like an hour. Yes, I'd like to save my progress. I never know what to name these things, so I'm just going to go with the definitive topic for today. There we go. So, Space Combat. Oh, I love this part of Battlefront 2. I was so glad they had a much higher emphasis on space combat to allow it to have its own missions, because I love Star Wars space combat. I am a huge X-Wing whore. I don't own like the comic books, but I have all the X-Wing books.
As the Clone Wars progressed, more and more ground-based legions found themselves pressed into space combat, including the fighting forces of the 501st. For months, every hour of our downtime was spent in the simulator, preparing for the time we would face our enemies from the cockpit of a 170. Finally, the day came to earn our wings. The CIS had staged a daring kidnapping of Chancellor Palpatine and was being escorted from Coruscant by a fleet of separatist ships. With only a few veteran pilots on planet, many of the 501st were pressed into service to drive off the Seps and buy time for a pair of Jedi Knights to rescue the Chancellor.
I am a huge X-Wing whore.
Pilots and Marines, get to your ships. The Jedi are depending on you.
Yeah, blow it out your ass. I just want to fly around and shoot shit. Let's go!
Incoming fighters, take them out.
Hooray. That's what I was gonna do anyway. Like, you didn't need to tell me. I would love to play a space combat game online at some point. It's not inverted. Give me a second to switch that. Or it is inverted and it shouldn't be. I fly starfighters the way that Stevie plays first-person shooters. Down is up and up is down. And his logic for this is impeccable, but I'm just so used to pressing up to look up. Oh! At least I took 3 out before you got me. So yeah, I have been a huge X-Wing whore for the longest time. I cannot wait to do a Rogue Squadron or an X-Wing save files or a Retro Recon. Trust me, it's coming. It is coming. I even have some special accoutrements that I just ordered that I will not spoil for you, but that'll be fun. Yes!
We've got a banking acting as a target for the droids. Destroy it.
Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, I'm a huge fan of that stuff. Always have been ever since I saw the movies. I just wanted to fly an X-Wing into the Death Star and blow it up. I love the fact that you have infinite, like, proton torpedoes or whatever these are.
Pilots, focus your fire on the main CIS ships. We need their shields down as quickly as possible.
All right, I'm up for that.
Droid Starfighter right behind you.
Okay, so yeah, so that save file / retro recon is on the way. The Rogue Squadron games will most definitely get a save files. Maybe I'll be talking about all of them. Maybe I'll just be talking about one or two. We'll see. Haven't figured that out yet. X-Wing, unfortunately, I've never played for very long, so it won't get a save files. That'll be a retro recon instead, but that should also be pretty fun. So yeah, but that's in the future. What I'm talking about for right now is the next episode of the save files, and if you've been paying attention, then you will have realized, or you'll know, that this is the 25th episode of the save files coming up.
Take down the droid communications array. That'll give you an opening.
Oh, figures it's right next to me. As the 25th episode of the save files, I want to do something big, and I'm gonna do something big. I don't want to spoil it for too many people because it's going to be awesome. Down you go.
Now that they're in disarray, fly into their hangar and land. Be careful.
No kidding. Flying into their hangar does not seem like the smartest move. Why am I shooting at our own guns? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, shoot at these guns. These are the bad ones. And in we go. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Use rockets or time bombs to destroy the internal systems.
Oh, I spooked that poor bastard, and I thought he was gonna crash into me. Thank God he hit the deck first. This is where I could have used a Marine, but no. I'm gonna take the fight to him using just a handheld blaster. This is not going to go well. Oh crap, I forgot. The pilots don't have grenades, they have time bombs instead, so that's not particularly useful. Oh, boom! Oh, and there's two more. Fantastic. So yeah, so I am doing it up big. I am doing it up right for our 25th. I am doing. I'll say this much. I am doing a sequel to a game that we have already covered, and I will just leave it at that. And it's going to be epic and spectacular, to the point where it has a very large cast for the save files. There is a cast of 8, including myself, 8 people. And I've managed to get them together. Most of them are actors, actual actors. So you should see some skilled performances. Some of them are friends helping me out, which is fine because I'm pretty sure I can direct them to be fairly decent. Especially the one girl who is sort of playing at type. I didn't exactly write the part for her, but it certainly seems that way. Let's just say she fits the role rather nicely. I am excited. I am stressed like you wouldn't believe. aside from having to get the cast together, which was exhausting, and I didn't think I could do it. I was starting to get worried that I wasn't going to have everybody I needed, but thankfully, my friend Shayna came through in the clutch. She is getting an executive producer credit at the very least. She is half the reason that this Save Files is going to be as awesome as it is. And she is primarily responsible for helping me with the cast, costumes, location. We're going all out. I bought props. It's going to be the biggest production for a single Save Files episode yet. Oh crap! Oh crap! Ah! I knew it was too good to last. Anyway. So yeah, this is huge. This is huge, and I am so blessed to have this opportunity at all. To be. Oh, okay, that's the Immelman button. I'm so. That's the trick button. Okay, got those down. I'm so blessed to have this opportunity. I'm really excited. I cannot wait. I'm also stressed as hell. Like most of the things are in place. We're still working on a location. It has to be right. I mean, it's not going to be to the point where if it's not right, I'm going to be upset or anything.
Well done, gents. With
Boom!
flying like that, the Republic is well on its way to victory.
Oh, just as I was taking that guy out. So yeah. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm over the moon.
Disabling the final capital ship, General Kenobi and Skywalker took advantage of the opportunity we'd created and rescued the Chancellor. Took all the credit too.
So it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be huge. I hope that it's going to be as spectacularly successful or close as the Chris Jones interview, which again went really well. Over 1,000 views, and the Tex Murphy crew loved it. They threw it up on their Facebook page, and I don't know if they put it on their backer site. They might have. I don't know. But I'm just feeling really blessed to be doing this kind of thing, and hopefully getting closer and closer to the point where I can do this kind of thing for a living, because I really enjoy making these videos. There's something about combining writing, gaming, and comedy that just makes me really happy, especially when people like it. So
It's been said that the 501st got the best of the war. We also got the worst. On Felucia, the Seps dug their metal heels into the muck of that alien hellhole and dared the Republic to come in after them. So we did. Only to be met with the month after month of flesh-eating diseases, shrieking nocturnal predators, and other sights that haunt me to this day. Cut off and for all we knew, abandoned by our superiors. Our only hope was Ayla Secura, our Jedi commander. Without her iron will, none of us would have come out of that mess with our sanity or our lives. When her death came, I hope it was quick. She earned that much.
Oh, I don't know. I think she earned the ability to keep right on living, you bastard.
Our forward unit is under attack by some kind of creatures. Get up there and give them some support.
Yes, sir, asshole. So, okay, so... is anyone else just feeling kind of meh about...
GTE is out of commission.
Movement to the north.
Stop talking, you bastards!
Here they come. Anyone
Anyone else just feeling just kind of meh about gaming lately? I mean, don't get me wrong, there have been some fantastic games lately. Tomb Raider was great. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about BioShock Infinite, but I feel like I probably could just jump straight into it, but I haven't finished BioShock 2 yet, so I'm holding off. I've only played BioShock 2 for like 5 minutes, so let that say what you will. But I don't know, there's just something about like every announcement that's come out lately, it's just been kind of like, Like the only games I am looking forward to are Project Fedora, the Tex Murphy game, which is due out in the fall. Really excited about that one. And I think that's about it. And Deadly Premonition, the director's cut, but I did not wind up receiving a review copy of that, and I don't know when I'm gonna have the cash to afford it. Like all the spare money I've had this past week has been put into the next Save Files episode. So just so you know, this one's definitely worth watching.
Nice work. Just one more.
They all are, because I'm awesome, and you should definitely watch. But this next one is going to be pretty epic, all things considered, and I'm really excited. But as far as gaming is concerned, yeah, not a lot. I mean, I'm hearing things like there's going to be... Shut up. Thank you. I'm hearing things like the next Xbox is going to have two different models, like a $500 one and then a $300 one that requires you to buy Xbox Live for 2 years. So, I mean, if you were going to get Xbox Live anyway, then that's no big deal to you. But if you play mostly offline, like me, and don't need Xbox Live, that's a kick in the teeth. Ow. No, that is a kick in the teeth. I just caught a rocket launcher in the face. Good lord. I'm gonna try out the Clone Commander with his chain gun, although he's kind of slow. So where was I? Yeah, that's not cool at all. I mean, it's better than having a completely online only console, which they could still do. You know, that could still be in our future. You know, as dumb of an idea as that would be, they could still do it. I mean, I really hope they don't, because they're going to be hurting if they do. But we'll see. I mean, Adam Orth was an idiot, and people who agree with them are not thinking straight and not paying attention to the facts. I mean, we do not have the infrastructure all taken care of and set up here in America. Even as good as our internet infrastructure is, it's not great. There are large, massive sections of the U.S. that have terrible internet access, or very little at all. Like a lot of them probably still have dial-up, or worse. You know, I can't imagine worse, but I mean, everybody has a phone line, so maybe that was a stupid thing to say. But the point is that the internet infrastructure does not exist for an.
Secuda has landed.
Let's see.
Gunship crashed in the brush near here.
Yeah.
Fire its power cell and bring it
I'll
back to
take the Jedi, and hopefully I can keep her alive for a little bit longer this time. Oh man, I still can't believe I got Inamundi killed within seconds of joining the fight. So anyway. Yes, whatever you just said. Where was I? The always online console. Dumb idea. And Microsoft is going to lose business. I'm not even going to buy one. You know, I work for... I have a part-time job reviewing games for a website, Leviathan.com, and I won't even own one of these things.
CIS offensive is being mounted from the fungal tree to the south. Advance on their base of operations there and take out their primary defense turrets.
And the PS4, I wasn't all that excited about. I listened to the statistics, I checked them out, and I was like, okay. It's marginally better than what we've got now. I mean, we're at that point now. We're at that point where graphics are so good. I mean, don't use this as a benchmark. This is a game that came out in what, like 2003? But graphics nowadays are so good, even on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, that the difference between them and the PS4 and the next Xbox... Oh, where'd you come from? The difference is not going to be huge. And I don't know how well that's going to play. How much of a difference... They're like my friend Jason Kwan at Leviathan came up with a good point. Like, it's likely that developers will be able to do different things. Like the difference in graphics is not the thing that should be paid attention to. The fact of the matter is that developers will be able to have games with, like, say, a ton of enemies on screen and so forth. But the developers were doing that with games like State of Emergency when the PS2 came out, and that didn't last very long, if you recall. I mean, you know, yeah, it was a focal point for a little while, but I mean, developers didn't really focus on that. Like, I don't know, console gamers just didn't really take to it. But anyway, so my take is that perhaps we didn't need new consoles. Maybe we were fine. We could have been fine with the 360 and the PS3 for another who knows how long, you know. Anyway, all right. Well, I've talked your ear off for long enough. Thanks for listening and / watching.
The 501st was finally rotated out of Felucia. Ayla Secura made a point of seeing us off personally, calling us the bravest soldiers she had ever seen. It's a good thing we were wearing helmets, because none of us could bear to look her in the eye.
Aww. Anyway, thanks for listening and watching. I will catch you pantsless shorties later.